Okay, so here we found ourselves short-sighted on a tight flag in this horrible little swale down by our pitching green. Now what you'll find with most amateurs when they get into this situation, they almost panic. They feel like they have to do a lot more for what should be a relatively simple shot than they really need to do. So for me here, obviously we've got about a 15-20 yard shot. We're going up about 15 feet in terms of where the pin is situated. And we've probably got about 6 feet between the edge of the slope that's in front of us and the actual flag. So we really don't have very much room to land the golf ball on. So we have to be clever with how we're going to play this. What you'll find with really good short game players is they'll have tons of options for this shot. So for me here, I've got 3 very different options that I'm going to try to show you today. So the first option is probably what most amateurs will go for straight away, which is a 58-degree wedge. We're going to try and land it almost directly up on that slope and let it stop. When we're playing the 58, our first thing is going to be a very neutral stance. Ball in the middle, we're going to have the shaft relatively neutral, and again that will allow us not to deal off the club and will allow us to get a little bit of height on the golf ball. I'm going to also tweak the club face just open a fraction, and again it allows us just to use the bounce and get the club underneath it with a little bit of height on the ball. Now as I'm playing this shot, one of the big keys here is to really commit to the follow through. I want to really hit the shot and feel like I'm almost going aggressively at the flag. The worst thing I could do in this situation is to not commit to it and leave it short of the hole. Let's give the first one a try. Ball in middle, neutral shaft, and very aggressive through the ball. And you see there a really nice shot that's finished pretty close to the hole. I'd be very happy with that one. The next one we're going to try is kind of the halfway point. So this one's going to be the pitching wedge. So what we're going to do here, a little bit of a simpler shot, and this is probably the one that I'd be more inclined to play for a couple of reasons. One, there's a lot less that can go wrong. It's a smaller shot. 2, I'm landing it on a very stable surface still, so I'm still going to land it on the green. And 3, it's going to be very easy to just allow the club to just release out. There's not going to be as much spin to judge, and I can just let the ball roll up that hill. So pitching wedge again, pretty much middle of stance. I'm going to have a slight grip down on this and land it just in the face of the hill. And again, a nice shot that's just rolled up short of the flag. And again, very, very pleased with that. It's a nice, simple shot to play, and probably my preference if I was in this situation. The final one is one that most wedge players who really struggle will tend to play a little bit more often, or should find it a little bit easier to play. So this is your chip and run. Now, especially over here in Dubai, or if you're in any Asian countries, or anywhere where there's a bit of warmth and you're using Bermuda grass, one of the big things with playing this shot is it's a very unpredictable surface, so you don't really know how the ball is going to react against the grainy type grass. If you're at home in the UK or Ireland on a links type course, very firm fairways, the ball really rolls out. Or if you're on a course, say, where the aprons are cut extremely tight and you've got a kind of extended apron, then it's very easy to judge this shot. So what I'm going to do here, ball a little bit more back in the stance. I'm a bit closer to it and a little bit taller. And I'm going to play a nice little run shot that lands short of the hole and rolls up onto the green. So our goal here, like I say, is probably landed about 5 feet short of the fringe, and let's give it a try. And again, that's worked out quite nicely. So for me, 3 shots that are very, very successful. The key in all of them is to just decide what you want to play and commit to it. The club is an important choice. So like I said, if I want to throw it up, I'm going with my most lofted club. If I want to pitch it halfway but still on the green, something middle of the road like a 50 or a pitching wedge. And then finally, if I want to really roll it in, I can go down to 8, 7 or even 6 iron just to get the ball rolling up onto the slope. My preference is the pitching wedge, land it on the green, stable surface, let it roll out. Not much risk and very easy to do. Up to you what you try at home, but like I say, all the best short game players will have options.